Hey, have a great Friday morning. It is a beautiful day in the city of Brownsville. Quiero mandar un shout out a Dulces Mamones de Ruli. Dulces de Ruli. Guys, it is a beautiful day in the city of Brownsville, man. Good morning, Enrique. ¿Cómo estás? Muchas bendiciones para ti y para tu familia. Good morning, Joe. How's it going, my man? Good to see you this morning. Um, might be a rainy day. It looks a little bit cloudy, not too much. Julio, buenos dias. Good morning, my man. And I know there's a lot of things that we wanted to touch on last night, just didn't have the chance. And trying to get my collar on right. Ahí está. We just didn't have the chance. There was, a lot of great information from Dr. Eder Hernandez. So, wanted to give him the time. One of the things that I hope to do. I'm glad you like the cheese crisps, man. Did you finally get them to be a little bit más hard and less soft and stuff? They are really, really very good. Again, I love them. I'm addicted to them. I have them every other day or sometimes almost every day. Amazing. Andrea, good morning. God bless you. Armando, my man. Buenos dias. You likewise, man. Stay safe. Hilda, ¿cómo estás, Hilda? Good morning. We're going to talk about Atkinson in a little bit. Again, a lot of what happened yesterday at Atkinson's court is going to be left up to speculation. I could give you a guesstimation in regards to what I think is happening. But again, we really don't know because everything is sealed. But we'll talk about Sylvia. So please stay with us. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué so, Lupe? ¿Cómo estás, pa? Areli, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Rainy day probably can use the plastic curtains from special services as an umbrella. And we're definitely going to talk about that. One of the things, guys, me dice, Ari, good morning. Me dice, estaba Frank, el de shout out to Fangs. Me está diciendo, Frank dice, oye, es focus on on other matters. It seems like you're like only focusing on BISD, and the truth is no. I mean, one of the things that I want to do with a show morning, how can I have a YouTube account without having to create a channel? I just want to be able to comment on here. Blessings. I'm not sure, Peppermint Patty. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not that well versed on YouTube. I just really just started getting onto it. I honestly don't know. Sorry, but you're commenting now. So how is it? You're commenting right now, and I'm seeing your comment. So you are commenting, no, Peppermint Patty? Or am I not understanding your question? Good morning, Erasmo. Good morning, Hermosa. Good morning, Juan Raquel. ¿Cómo estás? Yes, perfect crunch. My microwave took a bit more time. Yeah, that's what happens, and that's why I mentioned that sometimes the microwaves, you're going to have to basically try to adjust and figure them out. But once you get it down, don't bitch it up. Don't bitch it up. Delicious. And try Haverty cheese, Havarti. And I'll also show you some other cheese that I use. But on that one, es el que viene así en triángulos, gruesito. And I shave that off. All it has to be, it has to be real cheese. Because that stuff that we get, that Kraft American slices, that's not really cheese. That's just a lot of oils out there. So when you do that on the microwave, let me tell you, it looks horrible. Tastes terrible. So no, don't do that cheese. Do the good cheese. I'll go over something. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Madison Faith. Happy birthday to you. Love you, mi amor. I hope you enjoyed the sushi last night. Hey, Royal is here. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Where do you buy the Tillamook cheese? Went to HEB yesterday. It's the Gucci HEB. The Gucci HEB on Paredes, Kathy. I don't know if they sell it at the others. Being that the Gucci HEB is close to the house, I go there. Buenos días, mi amigo, from Chump. Big Papa Chump. Eliasar. Good morning, my man. Good to see you. Sylvia! Give back the money! Leah. Morning, Leah. God bless you. Um, I woke up this morning. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I had my left eye a little bit swollen. I was going like, my goodness gracious, could it be a mild little stroke or something? But no, I went and I spoke with Dr. Ed Hernandez. Thank you, Dr. Ed Hernandez. And he said that it was optimal something. He said optimal ah, orbital swelling. He called it orbital swelling, and I looked it up. And yeah, it's because of a lack of sleep. So yeah, I don't sleep that much. Adolfo Garcia. Friday. Crystal Hermosa. I love your glasses. Good morning. Very pretty girl. Erasmo, so what happened con la rata de dos patas after all in court? All right, let's talk about the Sylvia thing. Let's get that off the table, and then we'll go into the numbers, and then we'll go into BISD's idea of PPE, protection for staff. Uh, Optimal Prime. Yes. Yeah. And I took a picture. Right now, it looks better right now, and it feels better right now. So it's kind of a weird deal. Orbital constipation. And here I thought you were my friend, how mistaken I was. Hey guys, in regards to Sylvia's case yesterday, good morning. What happened to the pole dancing after dark with cheese last night? It's on my private channel. Guys, this is what I think happened with Sylvia. Well, one of the things that I guarantee you is that she really was brought into court in order to, to question her in regards to possibly removing her bond and bringing her into jail, because she was strictly told by the federal judge. Look, she was told by the federal judge you cannot have any communication with the co-conspirators, co-defendants, or the victim. That was on the first indictment that went out there. So and it wasn't a surprise that after she was arrested on a Tuesday, on Thursday she went out to a groundbreaking ceremony at Hannah, uh, which they didn't let me go because the board started to do their stupidness with Baltasar Salazar. But she couldn't go because the federal government said you can't go. And after she went, she was called back into court, and they explained to her, "We explained to you, you cannot be out there with the victim. You cannot have any contact whatsoever. Tomate unas pura strawberry milk; they'll fix it up." Amen. If not, it sure is gonna make me feel good. I love strawberry milk, guys. Hey Fernando. So what happened, guys, is that after that, well, she stayed away, and then she put out a post. Well, I'm doing it voluntary. She wasn't doing voluntary. Honestly, she wasn't. As she was doing it because that's what was mandated. Erasmo Cup. That what was mandated from her. So again, so she had stayed away. Well, de repente she got a little ballsy and she said, "You know what? I'm going to go and go to a meeting." And the feds showed up. They took video, and then they had this hearing. Hey, Lily. So then they had this hearing, and in the hearing, was it's the sealed one. So again, I truly believe that she was called in order to to revoke her bail and bond and to bring her in until court date. Now, why was it hush hush? Why was no one allowed to to be present? And I'll tell you what I think happened. What I think happened is her attorneys contacted the prosecutor and told the prosecutor, guys, Sylvia is willing to talk. She is going to cooperate. She is going to tell you everything. What that entails is that she's going to let the federal government know how Laura was involved, Laura Perez Reyes, how Prissy was involved, how Drew was involved, because Drew, for all y'all out there that are defending Drew is guilty. just because she was the strong arm of Sylvia. She's just as guilty. Now, Minerva, I think Minerva was used, but Minerva is just too stupid to realize what was happening to her. Because with Minerva, the issue is that all she wanted was to have a little bit of approval, of a little bit of praise. Por eso, cuando la veían, and people were not going to let me lie, andaba así, ah, ah, yes, thank you, yes, thank you. I don't even know what the hell that is. Como que si estuviera dando pecheros. She's so stupid. But she let herself be manipulated and used by Sylvia because Sylvia made her president of the board. But everybody knew that the power behind every decision that Minerva made came from Sylvia. Sylvia. Minerva let herself be used out of Erasmo envy. She hated the fact that every time Erasmo would go into a school, into an event, into a stadium, people would applaud, would cheer. And and as crazy as she is, she doesn't realize that it wasn't just students that were applauding. Parents were applauding and cheering. They were happy. They literally were happy. And again, and then not to toot my own horn, but I have a good relationship with my community as a whole. And as much as they want to say, well, you only had a relationship with the students, and okay, well, because you're fascinated by students. No, parents alike, male, female, anyone out there, gay, non-gay, anyone out there. I have a great relationship with everyone, old, young, everyone. She hates that. She hates that Erasmo gets more attention than she does. But why should she get attention? What has she done in the past 12 years to benefit anyone except herself? Hasn't done a damn thing for the community. Nothing. I mean, and I challenge her. Show me one thing that you've done in benefit of the community. And look, guys, for all of those teachers out there, just because you have her on speed dial, look, folks, just because you have her on speed dial and she'll do you a little favor here or there, doesn't make her a good board member, folks. Look, guys, we as a community, we have to stop doing stupid things. We have to stop electing stupid individuals. Oye, pues es que es mi compadre, me contesta el teléfono. It's not enough. You need to make sure that the individuals that you are voting for are going to be out there for the entire community. Look, there's individuals on here that are going to run for school board. And I'll tell you right now, they've never set foot in public education. They're rich kids, those juniors. And look, guys, if you want to be led, I mean, Raza, if you want to be led by the juniors, los hijos de papi, then I'm not your man. I'm not a junior. Well, I am a junior, but I'm not un junior. I'm not an hijo de papi. We're not a very rich family. We're not rich at all. Este, and again, you have to be very, very, very careful who you opt to vote for, folks. Don't vote for individuals that have been pampered all their life because they will continue to expect to be pampered while on the board. And look, guys, I don't want you to be pampered when I get elected to the board. I want you to kick me in the butt. Cuando yo la riegue, I want you to kick me in the butt. And I want to be humble enough to say, la regué, my bad. I'll give you an example. A friend of mine here, uh, Mayra, Myra came out and, she was making some comments. And this other idiot called Maida, I'm not saying that you're an idiot, Maida. This idiot, Maida, was on here saying her crap. And I said, just get off my page, Maida. And Myra thought that I was referring to her. And I tried, and because of all the comments, I couldn't explain. So I went on there afterwards and I apologized to her. I said, Myra, it wasn't against you, it was against that Maida. But that's where the confusion came. But you have to be humble enough to, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize that it was misunderstood. And I use that as an example. I use it only as an example, guys. Elected officials need to be humble. They need to be humble. And again, my people will tell you, man. My people will tell you, when I was on the board, the first people that I went and spoke with were my uh, lunch ladies, food and nutrition services personnel, my custodians. Those were the individuals that I spoke with. I mean, they mattered to me. Every time I would see a bus driver, I'd make sure and say hi to the bus driver. They're the individuals that get very little attention by administration and by our board members. So I wanted to make sure that I was not that type of politician. Can you explain why Sylvia would mention Trey and Eddie Trevino on her Facebook post? Yes, I have a suspicion. The reason that I think that Sylvia mentioned Trey and Eddie is she was trying to send a message, like an undercover message. Because if you look at the post, it doesn't make any sense. Let me explain. I've been studying Sylvia for years, years, years. And Sylvia has never used Captain America or Marvel to the degree of making a point or to making a statement. It didn't make any sense. She had just walked out of jail and she's going to use Captain America for something. It makes no sense. What I think she was trying to do is send a message to some individuals around that circle of the politicos. Look, guys, if you go again, all you have to do is go back to the first indictment. In the first indictment, paragraph 12, it clearly states she used campaign donations to increase her power uh, in regards to local politics and the BISD board, because some people thought, oh well, by local politics it means the board members. I said no, because it later on it says and of the BISD board of trustees. So she was wanting to have her hands in everything. We already know that she is like this with Adela Garza at TSE, like this, and that anything that Sylvia wanted at TSE, Adela Garza would give it to her. She would give it to her. I mean, money, I hope, but who else? What else? But she would give it to her. Anything that Sylvia wanted. Now, was Sylvia trying to put her claws into the city? 100%. 100%. Was she did she have her claws in the county? She already had her claws in the county. Look, guys, it's not everyone out there that that gets an indictment dismissed because of mishandling at the clerk's office. Mishandling. The same clerk's office that now is going to be, well, that the seat is being requested by Laurita La Exploradita. La Exploradita. Everything's connected around here. And Laura is running crapless right now because she's going to be called in to testify. And I'm excited, guys. I'm excited that it's going to be October. It's going to be right before uh, early voting. I'm hoping that that's the day, so that Laurita will be exposed, La Minerva will be exposed. I'm hoping that it's 6 to October because her court date's been moved to October. So what did she mean by that post, Linda? If you look through her messages, she's hardly ever, if ever, used an analogy using Marvel superheroes or Captain America. She was trying to send a message because that's what she does. She has this app on her phone called Confide. Well, she doesn't have it now, I'm sure, but she had an app. It's called Confide, and what you do with that app, you send a message. You send a message, and the person that receives it, they have to click on it, and once they put their finger on it, the message appears. But once they take their finger off, the message disappears. It's called Confide. She had that. She used that she used that to send messages to vendors and to politicians around town. So what was she doing with sending that, putting up that post? She was sending a message to someone. I'm not going to speculate who. I don't know. She was sending a cryptid message to someone because the post, Linda, didn't make any sense whatsoever. None. Good morning. Good morning. So, last stupid. So, again, I'm going to think that she's finally working with the feds. Her sentence is probably she's probably fighting to get her sentence reduced from 45 years to 4 years. Wasn't Minerva in law enforcement? She cleaned the toilets at the Texas Department of Public Safety. She cleaned the toilets. As why anyone would give that woman a gun and a badge? Let me tell you. But look at the situation that we're in right now with local politics. Now, de que le sirve her law enforcement background when she's out there sitting giving the mic to Sylvia Atkinson, when her and little Eddie, who supposedly has law enforcement backgrounds out there, they know that the federal judge has given a mandate that Sylvia Atkinson was not to come into contact with co-defendants, co-conspirators, or with the BISD, who is the victim. So de que les sirve? They're just part of the same corrupt mugrero. They're part of the same corrupt crap. So for those people out there supporting little Eddie, you're making a mistake. Good morning, Dr. Castro. Good morning, Dr. Mo. If you know anyone who might be interested in investing in Hinotama, let me know, please. I promise. I got to go try me some Hinotama. Love you, Dr. Mo. ¿Quién son los hijos de papi? Well, there's a lot of rich kids coming out. Muchos muchachitos que nunca estuvieron en la educación pública. Se la pasaron solamente en las escuelas privadas como Saint Joe. Y yo tengo buena relación con mi Saint Joe, pero cuando Saint Joe quiere venir a dictar al distrito escolar cómo manejar sus cosas, pues como que no. Y todavía no sabemos, pueda que se salgan los muchachos, los niños, y pues se vayan a otras campañas, a otras carreras, o pueda que se muevan. Si quieren una enseñanza en política, pues yo les sugiero a los niños que están corriendo de Saint Joe que vengan a la campaña mía, a la carrera mía, a la posición 5. Yo les doy una buena enseñanza en cuanto a la política. But then again, this is just yours. Yeah, 100%, Mary Lou. It's my speculation because it's the only thing that makes sense. All of this and this dumb broad is still free. How true is it that our mayor and county judge are part of the support system as well? Again, and I explained it, Mary Lou. She was trying to send. And the reason I speculate and make these assumptions, Mary, is because I know this woman. I've studied this woman for years. Is that she was trying to give a message to someone. Now, who that someone is, I'm not sure. But was it dealing with that political circle? Yes, 100%. And, I contacted the mayor, and the mayor was just as shocked that, she would post that. I don't speak to Judge Eddie Trevino much because he's inaccessible to the community. He's only accessible to his little clique, his little group, and a specific radio station here and this little other station here para aparentar que he gives a damn. But all the county commissioner court has failed the city of Brownsville, has failed the county. All the commissioner court has failed our county, our residents. They failed. They've all failed. So who was she trying to send that message to? It's an encrypted message. I don't know. But go look at it again. It is an encrypted message to someone. Just don't know who she was trying to reach. So federal government, federal agents, it's an encrypted message to someone. Someone understood what she was trying to say. And a lot of this, guys, sounds like, it sounds like stuff that you hear at the movies. Movies are based on certain facts. And let me tell you, if anyone doesn't think that there's mafia, that there's uh, cartels in BISD, goodness gracious alive. Keep woke, folks. We need to keep woke. I had high hopes for Drew, as many others did during the last election. What a disappointment. Yeah, what a disappointment to her and to the name that she adopted. I feel bad for Mr. Brown. I mean, Mr. Brown was loved by everyone. Loved by everyone. What an amazing legacy. And then this woman, just because of her love for Sylvia, decimated the name. Decimated the name. All for her love for Sylvia. Just to be Sylvia's right hand. Her right hand girl. An embarrassment. Sorry for the misspelling. The cheese can be found at Walmart or Sam's too. Really? I need to go find it. But I know it's at Gucci HEB. I hope no one continues corruption. End it. Well, we need to end it. Look, guys, and I'm going to say this again. It really is up to all of us. You know, look, you as a community, you held me accountable for my inappropriate actions. And I accepted the discipline. You as a community, you held me accountable for my inappropriate actions. And I went through the process and I stepped aside. We have to demand the same from these idiots. Has anyone on the board tried to silence Sylvia? Try to sanction Sylvia? They haven't. She stole money from the district. Everyone knows that. Anyone here doesn't doubt that? She stole money. She took money from an undercover federal agent, bribe money. Now, let me tell you guys, what's going to come out is there were hundreds of other vendors that she took money for. Many, many other vendors that she took money from. It's a disservice to the community. A disservice to the community. But it is up to us. Look at guys, and let me make this very clear. I have never ran a campaign with $1 of vendor money. $1 vendor money. Someone said, oh, well, Balbatasar once gave you a check. That was after the fact, after an election. But if anyone wants to think that me and Baltasar are buddies and friends, I voted against everything that came our way in regards to Baltasar Salazar. Everything. So, look, guys, anyone that runs a campaign, anyone that runs a race, anyone with vendor money will serve vendors. Will serve vendors. Will not serve you. So, stop supporting people that are taking money from vendors. Morning, Vincent. Good morning, Nelda. Erasmo, do you think that they will lie in court? That's how devoted they are to Sylvia. The problem with that, Kat, and I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of Laura because I know this for a fact. Laura told me this directly. Laura knows what she did. And someone was asking, well, tell us what she did. I said, I can't because it's going to come out and it's part of their investigation. Laura knows what she did. When she was called in by the feds, and this she told me this, she was called in by the feds. They asked her questions, and they asked her questions, but they already knew the answers. They already knew the answers. So what's going to happen is Laura, Prissy, Drew, Minerva, and Baltasar, they all got subpoenaed. They're all going to be on the witness stand. If they don't tell the truth, they will perjure themselves. And the federal government will go after them. Because one thing that the government does go after goes after perjury. You say something on the witness stand that they know it's not true, you're fried. Fried. And someone said, and that's what, when you said that she was going to fry, do you mean that she's going to the electric chair? Guys, there's no electric chair in the state of Texas. It's by injection. By fry, I mean she's going to jail. She is just money and power hungry. Big time will come, but time will come and everything will come out. And she's going down, 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 and taking all of them with me, with them. Yeah. If and when Atkins is found guilty and implicates the other board members, do you think TA will come and take over? No. And I'll tell you why, Juan Carlos. I think even the timing, I think the timing is perfect for her court date because it's right before an election. So I'm going to think that TEA and the federal government, is making a clean sweep. Does that make sense? We have the opportunity to take 5 seats. That's the majority of the board. The only corrupted that are going to be left are Patricia and Drew. Those are the only two that are going to be left. So as a community, you have to work this very, very hard. Make sure that they're the only two left because that way they'll be in the minority. And look, I don't trust TEA worth a darn. I don't. I mean, look at what they've done to us in regards to all this threats of funding and defunding. But look, talking about funding, before I forget, did y'all see the post I just added in regards to that superintendent? Let me read it. Dr. Brian Woods, Dr. Brian Woods stated he is the Northside ISD superintendent. What I am essentially saying to the state of Texas is you can talk about 8 weeks all you want, the 8 weeks that we mentioned last night. We're going to do a phased in plan, and it's going to be based on public health measures, period. This is a superintendent. And if you choose not to fund us, we will see you in court because we are going to do educationally and from a public health, public safety perspective, what is best for our students, what is best for our staff. And it's this guy. It's not our guy. This guy probably earns $200,000 less than our guy. And our guy is bending over backwards to these state mandates, TEA. Greg Abbott. Look, guys, we don't pay him all that money to be a weasel. We don't pay him all that money to be a weasel. I want my leadership to be strong, courageous, to stand up. That's what we deserve. People that will stand up and fight, will not go quietly into the night, will stand up and fight. And look, guys, que si muera, que muera en la batalla. If I'm going to die, I want to die in the fight. I don't want to go away quietly into the night con la cabeza agachada, con la cola entre las patas. Goodness gracious, we pay good money for all that, man. Is BIDPP stands for pretty poor excuse for health and safety precautions. I was appalled by the shower curtain barrier. Sin vergüenzas, November, people, November. Guys, and what Emily's referring to is the horrible, guys. It's horrible. This. Look at this. This is in special services, guys. Special services cubicles where my people work. That's a shower curtain, guys. Does anyone think that that's going to protect anyone out there? Anyone? From coronavirus? Look, it's being held by un alambrito. Does anyone think, guys, that that's going to protect anyone out there? It's not. It's not. But again, these people don't care. They don't care. They don't care to send staff back in there, folks. They don't care to send the staff back in there. Oh, but little Eddie, Wes, we care, Erasmo, La Prisi. Oh, great job. We care. We're giving our staff masks. These are the masks that they're giving to my community, folks. Fashion masks. Fashion masks. These are fashion, dust protection, sun protection, thermal masks. They're not medical masks, guys. It says that right in the package. This is the multiple time use washable face covering from China that our district got for our people. That's what they got. You could buy them downtown for 75 cents, guys. Someone sent me a picture. You could buy them at Stripes. So is that the protection that they were all adamant about that they're providing for my people out there? Que vergüenza. What an embarrassment. We have the largest budget south of San Antonio. And Donna, Independent School District, is already setting up towers for Wi-Fi. And we're giving out telita to protect our staff at special services, the ones that are going to have interaction with our students, our special needs students. Our special services personnel are going to have that direct contact, that face-to-face with our students at certain points in times. That is the protection that they're giving my people, my students. Do they care about our special needs students? They don't. They don't. Do they care about our staff? They definitely don't. Buenos días, guapo. Gracias, Manny. Thank you, Papa. Good morning. Where are they having free testing? Send me an inbox and I'll send you the list of the testing. Again, btx.cares and text covidtest.org. But send me an inbox and I'll send it to you, Juanita. God bless you. Los que nunca comieron frijoles con pan. Yeah. Or frijoles con, no, wines con tortilla porque no había pan. I love those, con queso. Buen día, señor Erasmo, que tenga un lindo fin de semana. Bendiciones, Elizabeth. Dios te cuide, mi amor. Good morning. Good morning. Saludos, Erasmo. Sad reality of what most, if not all, political systems are like. Change is needed. Erasmo. Good morning, Smiley Handsome. How much was her bond? I think she paid $5,000. And something other. I can't remember. Good morning, Sonia Hermosa. Noe, good morning, bud. Hey, good morning, Adriana. Saludame, Adriana, papá. Idiotes. I have faith in Fed prosecutors. So do I, Cindy. Look, folks, stop spreading the rumor out there that she's going to get off. She paid people off. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. She's not going to pay off a federal judge. She's not going to pay off the federal prosecutor. She's not going to pay off the FBI. She doesn't have that much money. She spent it all on gambling. So no, guys. So get that out of your mind. Stop spreading that. You're only instilling fear into my people. She is not going to get off. She is not paying them off. I mean, a federal agent is not going to risk his career for Sylvia Atkinson. He's not. So no, I'm going to maintain myself in faith. Now, if it were in Cameron County, no me shut up. If it were in Hidalgo County, no me double shut up. I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it. Because here they'll go after a Class B misdemeanor as if it were a murder case. Look, guys, someone go by the Herald today. Go by the Herald. This is a federal case where Sylvia Atkinson stole money from our children and our community. And you would expect for it to be on the front page. No, it's not. I don't buy that stupid Herald. I would dare to say that it's even in there. But Erasmo Castro has a Class B misdemeanor, a DWI, and I'm on the front page of the Herald every other day. Every other day. They went after me, and again, I'll take it like a man. They went after me like they've probably never gone after anyone else before for worse charges. Again, I can take it. I'll go through the process. We would know if she fried because it would smell like bacon or ham on Thanksgiving. En la casa de la tía solterona, el jamón todo quemado. Unfortunately, as sad as it sounds, I have no hope on our system. She's going to walk. No. No, she's not going to walk because this isn't our local system. If it were our local system, I'd be right there with you. This is the federal government. So, no. In order to end corruption, everyone needs to be a stakeholder and be involved in all BISD means and decisions. Teacher organizations need to be more involved to represent teachers. Teachers, you don't need associations, attend meetings, and be in district committees. So if something like this occurs again, you have a voice. Let me tell you what the associations need to do, like BEST and TVA. Stop kissing the butt of Minerva Peña and Prisi and Little Eddie. That's what they need to do. Patrick Hammonds and Alberto Alegría need to stop kissing the butt of Little Eddie, Prisi, and Minerva Peña. That's what they need to do. They need to call them out on their crap. That's exactly how our superintendents should be doing. Yeah. We pay him enough money. We have the largest budget south of San Antonio. Goodness gracious, we have attorneys for everything. Fight the state. Fight the state and say, you want to not fund us? We'll see you in court. Let's see who loses. Our superintendent's probably nowhere near as intelligent as they make him out to be. Oh, he is definitely not. Not if he's riding turtles on the Galapagos Island that are 150 years old. Not the Galapagos Island, the turtles. And they have back problems. And he's sipping on strawberry daiquiris. Ugh, strawberry daiquiris. Who does that? That's kind of gross. What does he care about the Brownsville community when he is not even from here? He's from Edinburgh. He lives in Edinburgh. As a superintendent that will sue TA is amazing. Yeah. It's on my page, guys, if you want to read it. My feelings recently were BISD's concerns have run the gamut from amusement to shock to outrage, and now extreme sadness and disappointment. I want our district to succeed, and anyone wishing otherwise is ultimately hurting himself. These kids are our future, and they and their teachers need and deserve far better than they have received. We must change the mindset and the board to change the dynamic and the direction of the school district. And as goes the school district, so goes the community. Brian Woods, who I know personally at Northside, Daniel, the guy's got gravitas. The guy's got tatanakas the size of my office. That is the mentality we need here in Brownsville. Hell no, we won't go. That's the mentality that we need. We need that fighting mentality. We will fight for our rights. We will do what's right. We will not go quietly into the night. That's the type of leadership that we deserve. Not the, Erasmo's talking bad about me again. Let me tell my sister to go on his page to hear what he's saying. Carlos Elizondo, he didn't mention my name. Why doesn't Carlos Elizondo mention my name? Chillon. Stop being a chillon. Be a man. JG, my man. Saludos. Good morning. ¿Cómo amaneció Silvia Águez en la Calpona después de su visita a la corte? Pues no tan bien. What a joke. It is a joke. It is a joke. By the way, I love Dr. Hernandez's input on air conditioning and the UAV aspects of all schools and buildings in our community. 100%. Let me tell you, the other entity that I'm concerned about is Cameron County. I don't want my Cameron County people working in the damn buildings. But again, the county commissioner's court has failed our community. They failed the employees. They have failed our employees, our Cameron County employees. They have failed our community as a whole. They don't care. I don't want my Cameron County employees working in the buildings. None of them. Este superintendente hace que Brownsville quede en ridículo. Parece que lo que hace a propósito con mala leche a los habitantes de la ciudad. Es una vergüenza, Reload. Es una vergüenza. O sea, pero no tiene interés invertido en nuestra comunidad, no es de aquí, no es de aquí. So, a él le vale un comino despreciar a los otros niños de la ciudad, como los de Idea, Harmony y los de Jubilee y los de Living Way. ¿Le importa? A mí me importa. A nuestra comunidad le debe importar. Todos nuestros niños, todos los miembros de la comunidad, no solamente los ricos, porque los pobres también lloramos. Los pobres también lloran. Yo soy pobre. A veces lloro. If Atkinson is going to try to lighten her sentence by trying to pass some of the guilt, why wouldn't the other board members seek immunity by testifying against Atkinson? Well, I think that's what ultimately they're going to try to do. So what I think, Juan, Carlos, is that whoever comes to the table first gets the biggest sized pork chop. The big sized pork chop. I think it's just whoever comes to the table first, man. I mean, they want everyone. Who's going to get the better deal? The first one at the table. Those masks I bought for $1.99 at the Dollar Plus store in Houston, and I have the picture to prove it. It's not vergüenza, bro. It's not vergüenza. I mean, the biggest budget south of San Antonio, and we're giving our teachers and our staff crap to wear? It's embarrassing. What I don't understand is if someone's on probation for whatever charge they have, and if they violate their probation, they go straight to jail. And this lady is like nothing free as a bird. So disappointed our legal system. Shame on them. Well, again, I really think, Yesenia, that she broke yesterday. She broke, and she's now going to speak to them. She's going to cut a deal. That's why I think part of the deal process was to let her stay free. But she's going to start to throw crap at everyone. That is why that message that she put out on Facebook yesterday, right after her court date, was an encrypted message to someone. Just don't know who. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. A piece of cloth for a face, expired hand sanitizer. What a shame. Yeah, guys. Shower curtains for cubicles. Expired hand sanitizer. Y un trapito usado para cubrirte la cara. And again, I'm not making all this stuff up. I showed you. They buy it for dozens. Yeah. Good morning. Que tenga un hermoso y bendición día. Bendiciones, Marcos. Cuida. La mesa directiva, DASA, la mesa directiva, desafortunadamente es controlada por la Silvia Al Capona. 100%. Hey, good morning, Juan. Good morning, Peter. BISD is a disgrace. My employer got us custom-made 3-ply masks with filter inserts. That is the bare minimum face covering that the district should provide for teachers and staff, not these 3-for-1 asbestos and lead-filled Chinese masks. Erica, your employer does not have the money that BISD has. BISD has more than $500 million budget a year, $600 million a year. If they really cared about our students and our staff, they would provide our staff with the best, the most protective, medically recommended face coverings. But what happens, Erica, they have yet to listen to our medical professionals locally. Dr. Eder Hernandez said it yesterday. They tried to speak to them, and they cut them off. They don't want to hear from them. If the feds are involved, they care less who she is, and they will lock her up. I agree, Margaret. She's going to fry. Why are we paying for the lawyers for other board members? They got themselves into the trouble. They should pay for their own pocket. It's all going to be exposed, Juan Carlos. All going to be exposed. And we're going to see how innocent these people are. But Charlie said his sister is innocent. Es como cuando salen las mamás, teachers, y'all know about this. Pero si mi hijo es un angelito, no, no, tiene que ser la maestra o el director. Mi hijo es un angelito de Dios. Y'all heard that? No. Sing that with Charlie. Mi hermana es un angelito de Dios. Inocente. Good morning, Erasmo Castro. Have a great day. I was wanting to ask if you could please repeat what you say in Spanish. There are people that I know that would like to understand. Yes, I'll try. Every time that I do mention something, a veces I go on this, me voy en un viaje. Cuando quieran que repita algo en español o que lo aclare más en español, nada más solo avíseme, raza, por favor. Y también pongan el punto que quieren que les aclare. El problema es de que me voy en un viaje a veces y me agarro y no puedo parar. Gracias, Nancy. Good morning, buddy. How are you? I'm doing good. JG, how you doing, my man? Blessings to you, papá. Buenos nachos, Danny. Ay, ya me dieron ganas de comer nachos. No sé por qué cada vez que veo las máscaras me imagino a la pingüina diciendo, con el sello de VID y la voluntad de Silvia, te rechazo, coronavirus. Sí, porque es una hipócrita, la mendiga vieja. La vieja habla de que, oh, que Jesús, la sangre de Jesús, y que Dios, y que, ¿para qué? Cuando la vieja destruye tu vida por avanzarse ella misma o por sobresalir un tantito más en la comunidad. Es una estúpida, es una imbécil, es una hipócrita. ¿De qué le sirve tanto hablar de Dios y la sangre de Jesús? ¿De qué le sirve a la imbécil pingüina, asquerosa? Apesta el hocico. Do you honestly think CNN, Channel 4, and other news channels are on fact with what they post? No. Channel 4 is a piece of crap. Channel 23 is a piece of crap. CNN, fake news. It's fake news. And lo que me fastidia de CNN is de que if they weren't so adamant in reporting everything that Trump does as it's impeachable, it's time to kind of destroy it. Yeah, he's going to cause the apocalypse. If they would just exclude all that and give the facts, I'd watch CNN regularly. I don't because aturde. And I'll give you an example. I used to watch Fox and Friends, Fox News. And I watched Fox News because I really thought that they were, a little bit more, this is my opinion, guys, a little bit more, fair and balanced. And I'll say this, I love Chris Wallace. But I watched Fox News would watch Fox News in the morning. The problem is once they started to talk about the border, estaban como que fascinados with the border. They have no clue up in New York City about what we go through down here in the border. They have no clue. I stopped watching Fox News. And I got sick of Scarborough. With Morning Joe show, got sick of him. Because he went on this little Trump thing. Y como que everyone was all of a sudden obsessed with Trump. I don't want to hear about Trump every 5 minutes, guys. He's not that important to me. He's not. And look, man, and I understand that a lot of times you want to focus on, que la Pelosi, que la Pelosi. I'm more concerned about la pelucita de las viejas fodongas at H-E-B and Walmart que la Pelosi. Estoy más preocupado por la pelusa, no la Pelosi. Puede brincar y resaltar y hacer lo que quiera la Pelosi allá. El problema son la pelucita aquí. Las que van al H-E-B, Walmart con los 5 o 6 huercos, without face coverings, y andan agarrando todas las cosas. Eso me preocupa más que la Pelosi, la pelusa. So, I'm not against watching national news. It's okay. But maintain, a certain level of skepticism in you. Like, let me research that. Let me do a little bit of my own research. Channel 4 and Channel 23, they're pathetic. They're pathetic. They are advertising driven entities. They'll only report which is beneficial to them, and that those things that don't affect their bottom line dollar, those things that don't affect the money that's coming into their company for advertising. It's just like the Herald. The Herald sucks. Again, Erasmo, Class P misdemeanor. La Silvia, nada. Come on. Ulises Barrera. Hola, Ulises. Yo soy pobre y a mucha honra. Yeah, man. I'm not rich. People know me. I'm not rich. And I made mention to that to one of my detractors who now we're having conversations. And I said, I don't earn anywhere more than $18,000 a year. I earn way less than $18,000 a year. I'm poor, man. I've never, y con mucha honra, y con mucho respeto. Este, yo no manejo carros del año. Yo no vivo en casas lujosas, mansiones. I don't. I earn much less than $18,000 a year. Hola, chulo. Me gusta cuando me dices chulo. Very well said, MJ. Totally agree. 100%. Saludos a. Me estás queriendo decir algo que no debo decir. If they all have all that money for the superintendent salary, how much do they have to support our educational system? Let me tell you, not enough. And look, talk to my people at special services. My people at my people at special services. They will tell you how much money they took from them. Look, talk to my band people, my band directors, my band boosters. Ask them how much money this board, this corrupt board, and this superintendent took away from my band students. Ask them. We need people that are going to fight for our kids' money, for our teachers' raises, for our resources. I'm in Houston driving and cracking up. Stay safe in Houston, mi amor. The board, puro rata. Yeah, pura rata inmunda. La Minerva, la Prissy, la Drew, la Flip Flopping Philip, la Laurita Exploradita y el Little Eddie. Me fastidia Little Eddie porque se cree muy fregón como, I'm on the board. You got appointed, you rata. You got appointed. You didn't earn that seat on the board. Erasmo Castro earned that seat on the board. Carlos Elizondo earned his seat on the board. You got appointed by a corrupt board. You got appointed by Sylvia Atkinson, you idiot. Well, the devil was an angel. El diablo, el angelito de Satanás. Yeah. Thank you, Nancy hermosa. Y tú reclámame cuando tú quieras, mi amor. Besides all this negative going on, let's get 5 minutes out of your time for you to tell us what you are grateful for. I'm grateful that I always have tortillas and beans for God bless you. I'm very, very grateful, Johnny, that I have a lot of you always saying beautiful words about me. Very, very grateful. I'm very, very humbled. I am very, very grateful for the many things that my friends have brought me. I've gotten coffee mugs. I got tamales. Someone brought me tamales yesterday, 2 days ago. Someone brought me a Whataburger gift card, and I have it here in my wallet. A Whataburger gift card yesterday. Esta no era. Whataburger gift card. And always bring me food. Eleazar took me to lunch. I'm very, very humbled. This community has been very good to Erasmo Castro. Very, very good. So sometimes I'll put out there, I literally am the wealthiest man in the world. I consider myself the wealthiest man in the world because I have the love and support of several individuals in my community. And I am very, very grateful. Very, very grateful. I'm not rich. I drive an old car. I I live with my parents. I don't have money in the bank, but I have you, and you all have been so good to me, and I am forever grateful. Forever grateful. I am. Oh yes, and they brought me sushi yesterday, Marisa. No, people take care of me, and I'm grateful. I want for nothing. I need nothing, man. That's why these people trip out. Look at what I'm wearing, guys. This coat is a Stanford coat. Beautiful coat. I paid $2 for it. This shirt está arrugadita, which you just noticed. I paid $1 for. This tie, it's a beautiful tie. It's a saddle bread tie. Beautiful tie. I paid $0.25 for it. Me la paso en thrift stores. It's my addiction. I go to thrift stores. I bought some boots yesterday at the thrift store for $6. And I bought this beautiful little Noah's Ark thing for $2. Me la paso muy padre. Muy padre. So, I'm grateful. Saludos. No. Puro yonke en BISD. Puro yonke BISD. Eso se llama fariseo o farsante, not a true Christian. Very disappointing. Yeah. No voy a tres cacahuates. I don't watch Fox because they try so hard to brainwash. I think all news media brainwashes, all of them. But I like Chris Wallace. I like 60 Seconds too. I like 60 Seconds. Uh, I love Chris Wallace, and I like 2020. Dateline. I'll sometimes watch Dateline. This super came from Edinburgh, where he had gotten his hands slapped a few times. They didn't want him anymore because he walked in with open arms. Non-ethical people brought in another non-ethical individual. As and unfortunately, again, I've said it. I didn't vote for his raise, but I did vote for the superintendent. Fernando, you are the goat. Love you, man. God bless. It's hilarious. Erasmo La Pelosa, funny. Good morning, Mini. How you expect him to be a fighter con esa cara de menso que tiene? Pues parece que tiene cara de boxeador porque le han dado muchos trancazos, está feísimo. News le pone más crema a los tacos siempre nomás cuando les conviene. Cierto, cierto. Puro tacuache en el BSD, puro yonke, pero grítalo. Puro yonke. The county should start planning to construct 2 new hospitals in Brownsville after this pandemic. Mayor Mendez let us know that they're planning to construct one in Harlingen. We need one in Brownsville desperately. Look at our numbers compared to Harlingen. Why? Have you noticed that? We had 417, 419 positives in Brownsville. Why is the county building a hospital in Harlingen? The problem is Brownsville. This county commissioner's court no vale tres cacahuates. Rata, 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 rata. Good morning. Good morning. Have a great day, Fernando. God bless. Good God, I want some tamales delish. Se me antojó. Buen provecho. Bendiciones. Nereida, hermosa. Bee infestation in Brownsville. Nomás eso faltaba. ¿Ven como este ojo? No. Sí. Parece que, pero ya se me mejoró. Tengo una bolsa aquí. No he dormido bien. Este fin de semana voy a dormir. Please be careful when stepping outside. My whole block is swarming with bees. Let me tell you, I'm allergic to bee stings. So, no voy a ir a tu neighborhood, Nerida. I love thrift stores too. I'm no, never. No. I appreciate you giving us the warning, Nerida. No, thank you. It's very, very much needed. You are the wealthiest indeed. I am. I really am. I'm very, very blessed. I want for nothing. I need nothing. Nice coffee cup. Thank you. My sister made that for me. If anyone wants an Erasmo coffee cup, she'll make them for $8. Not bad. I'll have T-shirts next week. That's the merch I'm making. Where do you live, Nora? Oh yeah, Nora, Nereida. Ahora queremos saber porque tenemos miedo. You are beyond blessed, 100%. Nereida, sí. Yo también quiero saber para no ir a aquella cuadra. I like Chris Como right now. Well, you see, I appreciate anyone that calls out, elected officials. So yeah, there's some stuff about Cuomo that I don't like, but he's okay. Good morning. God bless you, my friend. Bless you, Janice. Sí, hombre, navega con bandera de pen. Isn't it 60 minutes? Oh, I thought they were talking about my sex life. 60 seconds. Yeah, it is 60 minutes. 60 seconds. Erasmo Castro, the 60 seconds, man. Who will be your guest tonight? I don't know. Frankie is the one that does the producing. He's the one that invites people on the show. I do my best not to know till it's closer to that time. Sometimes he'll produce the list quicker. Linda, I'll be by on Monday to visit with you. Monday. Redecorating my bathroom and tried to order clear showers. There's no clear shower curtains at Walmart because they're all at BISD. That's the protection that my people are getting. Little Eddie keeps sending me friend requests. Little Eddie, stop sending my friends friend requests, bro. They're not your friends. Go find your own friends to play with, bro. Little Eddie, that's not how it works, man. You want people to come to you. You don't go out there sending friend requests to my friends. Imbecile. Come on. Physical, spiritual, emotional poverty. You can have lots of money and possessions, but suffer from one of all or all of these. 100%. And something that Melinda says is very, very true. A lot of people say, I'm okay, you go to church. I go to church for me. I go to church for me because I need that balance. I need that spiritual balance. I go for me. I lost weight in the physical for me because I was at 493 pounds. 493 pounds. And my knees, I would go from here to the outside of my office. Y ya estaba huffing and puffing. And I didn't want to get to 500. So I decided to get healthier. And not only did I do the surgery, I did the lap band first, then I did the other surgery, the sleeve. Not only did I do that, I changed my eating habits. I don't drink soft drinks. I don't drink soft drinks anymore. And I started to eat a lot of kale, a lot of quinoa, a lot of healthier stuff, and cheese and pistachios. Emotional poverty. Let me tell you, my feelings usually don't get hurt. And I mentioned this with Frank, who put out a question here saying like, well, you have issues when they call you things, like when they call you el marrano, and you're out there calling them la pingüina, la Willy Wonka, la flip flopper, la Dora Exploradora, little Annie. I said, no, I don't get offended when people call me el marrano. I don't care. I am emotionally very, very stable. Some things do break me emotionally. And they usually have to do with the suffering of my community members. So why am I so irate at this superintendent and this corrupt board? Because they have the power to do what's right towards our community and to our staff, to our students, and they choose not to. They choose to protect Sylvia, to put money in Sylvia's pocket, and they choose to screw my people over. So you better believe you're going to get emotional outbursts from Erasmo Castro. Emotional outburst from Erasmo Castro when anyone hurts my people. And look at guys, I'll give you one example. This corrupt board and this superintendent has yet to recognize my BISD personnel that have passed away from COVID. They have yet to recognize them. And my community hurts. I hurt at the loss of life. We've lost too many. Too many. We need change. And we need it now. That's the plexiglass they said they were going putting up around students and teachers' desks. No, bitch, shut up. Shower curtains. Cheap shower curtains is going to protect my people against coronavirus. No, bitch, shut up. You're amazing, Erasmo. I love the balance you have. Good job. Love you, Papa. I love you so much, and I love your family. I want a T-shirt. They'll be here, I think, Tuesday, at the latest Wednesday. They'll be here. Erasmo, you know the road, Old Port Isabel Road and Robindale going to BLA? Yes. They need to fix. Estado así desde muchos años. Nomás van y lo parchan. Yeah, I hate it, man. And I used to visit BLA bastante. And I love BLA. And I love the program out there. They need to do something different out there, man. Yeah, man. Ya es tiempo. But again, I think part of it has to do, Smitey, with the amount of individuals that actually live out there. So it falls under what not a priority. It's unfortunate, but I agree with you. It needs to be fixed. Ya tiene años. You know what? If they would have used all that parcheo que le habían echado a la calle para de veras componer la calle, it would be a better situation. You're not a marrano. Thank you. I love you too, Nancy. You know, I love you, and I always will. How much for this T-shirt? No cost. Come pick them up. If people want to give a donation, I appreciate that, but they're going to be no cost. The mugs is a C because my sister makes them. If anyone wants a mug, unless I find a lot of money, then I'll make my own coffee mugs, but they're kind of expensive, so I'm not going to make that many. I'm not going to make any, actually, but if anyone wants one, my sister will make one for you. It doesn't even protect nurses in full PPE, and they want curtains. No, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Guys, looks like it's going to be a rainy day. I am going to have a conversation with our former Secretary of State, Carlos Cascos, in a bit. I'll send my regards. Carlos Cascos, I love Carlos Cascos. Good guy. So we'll have a conversation with him. We'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. I'm not sure who's going to be on tonight, but we'll find out. I also have a wedding today. So going to affect a wedding today in the afternoon. If anyone is interested in getting married, give me a call. Send me an inbox. I perform weddings. Guys, stay safe out there. Please be good to each other. And especially, please continue to be good to me. God bless. And I am now accepting lunch invitations.